Welcome back. Time for your business news. Now we say hello and happy Valentine's Day to Mike Eppel.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, and I forgot to wear red.
Oh, Mike, come on.
I know.
Come on. But we talked over the break that you don't really celebrate, so that's okay.
No,
it's fine.
No, it wasn't even on my radar, unfortunately.
Oh,
just in one of these things, you know.
Don't worry about it. As long as you guys are on the same page, that's what matters.
No, there is no issue, and my wife is she's gonna say the exact. Oh, it's Valentine's Day, really? Okay.
Hey, you know what you can do for Valentine's Day? Fill up her tank. Fill up her tank of gas because it's so expensive.
Idea.
Look what I did, dear.
That's a good idea. Yeah, $1.60 a liter almost this morning, Melanie.
Yikes.
It's going to go, and it's going to continue to climb for the simple reason that the price for oil, the next target is $100 a barrel, and we're not far away from that right now at 93 and change. And it spiked dramatically on Friday on just some headlines related to the risk of an imminent invasion of Ukraine by Russia. It didn't occur on Friday, but the market is on such high alert right now that each and every headline leads to massive volatility. The price for oil is certainly a bellwether for this, and again, it comes back to why are we paying so much for oil when we've got our own supply? But it's the interconnected marketplace. It's in the United States. They're paying highest level for gas in 8 years. Europe is even more sensitive, I suppose, at this point to any type of supply disruption. And we've seen that show up in the natural gas trade, for example, along with the price for oil. So unfortunately, right now, it's a case where oil probably has nowhere else to go but up, even though there are no right now specific supply disruptions. It is just the risk assessment on the could be at this point for the energy trade. The speculation,
the good old game.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Ambassador Bridge. So this weekend we saw dozens of arrests, enforcement of that blockade. It's now reopened, but your question is, has the damage already been done?
Yeah, nice to see actually this morning the quick update on the travel wait times, and there aren't any at either the Ambassador or the Blue Water, but it's the longer term damage. And we actually spoke about this a little bit last week, Melanie, about, if you're a business in the United States and you're looking at should they expand in the U.S. or maybe look across the border at Canada, what are they going to do? They're probably going to buy, the whole push to buy American. We've heard a lot about that before the supply disruption, because, again, a lot of things go to the U.S. Let's face it, it's not just coming north. Supply, it's heading the other direction. We saw Ford and Toyota and General Motors all have to pull back their production at various plants in the United States because of the parts that came in from Canada into the U.S. market. Now, again, we look at this right now and then you go, okay, in a couple of years' time, there's also going to be the Gordie Howe Bridge to kind of twin the Ambassador. So that is something that will, over the long term, alleviate the potential for more disruptions of the nature that we've seen over the past 5 days. And of course, the government could do something too about legislation, maybe tightening the rules about putting up a blockade around a major trade conduit.
Mike, did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
The whole thing?
Yes, the whole thing, start to finish.
I
preceded that with the Phoenix Open.
Okay.
And the overtime or the multi-hole win by Scotty Scheffler. Phoenix Open is a fantastic visual event for spectators. And then I went right into the Super Bowl, watched the whole thing from start to finish. I feel great this morning about it.
Okay, he's got a lot of coffee. There were, let's say, a lot of commercials, ones that maybe didn't make it to our airwaves, ones that were released before the actual game itself. So what did we not see?
Well, we didn't see a lot of the U.S. ads because of cable substitution. So we saw a lot of Canadian ads transposed over the commercial stop sets. But again, buying the Super Bowl for the millions upon millions of dollars that these companies are spending, and it was, I think, the biggest ad buy of the Super Bowl in history, because I think the price point was something like $13 million for 30 seconds. Coinbase, a lot of ads for crypto. There were, regardless of where you were watching, a lot of ads for cryptos and cryptocurrencies and electric vehicles. Those were the themes. But Coinbase, for example, for a 60-second ad buy, all they showed was a bouncing QR code. That was it. And you scan
How do you even follow that, though?
You take your camera.
Yeah.
You take your camera and you scan the QR code. And if you did that, you were taken to their site and given $15 in free Bitcoin. and a chance to win $3 million. It was so busy that they had to throttle back their servers because so many Americans specifically, because it was that, were just doing the QR code. So, advertising does work. So obviously, and if you're giving away free money, that's another little bit of a little extra influence for people to react and respond. But yeah, some good ads, and you can, of course, see them all on various websites. They are. They're very entertaining.
Okay, Mike, have yourself a great day. I hope you have a
Okay,
wonderful
you too.
Valentine's Day, even though you don't
Thank
celebrate.
you.
It's all good.
Thanks.
Bye. Look at that smile.
Bye.